Shalom, back with part 3. You 1948ers are not the people. Let's continue here. So, again, we had just finished reading Leviticus, right? I'm quoting it, right? That if man lie with man as he does with woman, it's an abomination and they shall be put to death. All right? You know, have they pushed that law? No, they've done the opposite. They're pushing that it's okay, right? They even got the church saying it's okay, and the Pope, right? Let's read Isaiah, the 2nd chapter here from verse 1 down to 5. All right? And the word of Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, meaning the southern kingdom, represented by Judah, Jerusalem representing the northern kingdom, all right? So both north and south are represented here, all right? And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord Yahweh's house, right, all 12 tribes, shall be established in the top of the mountains. In other words, we're going to be exalted. We're going to be raised up. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's taking down the green tree, which are the Edomites, okay, and raising up the low tree. And this is pursuant to Ezekiel chapter 17, the last verse, verse 24. All right? So we represent the low tree, okay, that is being exalted. And they represent the green tree who is being dried up and they're withering. All right? They're being taken out of power by the Most High. All right. And shall be exalted above the hills, right? Talking about the 12 tribes of Israel, which starts with the elect, okay? And all nations shall flow onto it. Are all nations flowing on to the nation of Israel? No, they're not, right? They're not the people. All right. Verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh, right? You know, onto Israel, Palestine, and to the house of the God power of Jacob, right? 12 tribes, you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, and he will teach us his ways, you see. It's supposed to be learning the ways of the Lord, the law, statutes, and commandments. And we will walk in his paths, right? Walk in the law, statutes, and commandments. For out of Zion, right? Zion, Jerusalem, the 12 tribes of Israel, shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord Yahweh from Jerusalem. You see that? Is that what has taken place since 1948? Absolutely not. They're not the people. All right, and he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks, right? Because why? Because there are going to be no more wars, right? Did this happen in 1948? Let's continue reading. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. See that? Did this happen in 1948? No. As a matter of fact, on May 14th, 1948, they were already at war. All right? Look that up. O house of Jacob, come ye and let us walk in the light of the Lord Yahweh. So you see, they're not the people. Give me a minute. All right, let's back up what we just finished talking about in Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, verse 1 through 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy I have spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all of Idumea. Idumea is the Greek translation for Edom. I'll show you that in a moment because we're in the blue letter. All right, which have appointed my land. So what is this showing you? This is clearly proving to you the Balfour Declaration, all right, of 1917, right? And that in 1948, they proclaimed the state of Israel, that corporate state, right? So I have spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all of Idumea, who are the Edomites, the white man, right? Starting with the Rothschilds, right? which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, right? With despiteful minds to cast it out for prey. What is prey? War, right? That's all that's been there since 1948. Now, what does it say over here in the NLT version? It says, this is what the sovereign Lord says. My jealous anger burns against these nations, especially against Edom. See? Against the Edomites, right? Starting with the, the Rothschilds, Oppenheimers, Rockefellers, etc., 13 families and all, right? Because they have shown utter contempt for me by gleefully taking my land for themselves as plunder. See? All right. Give me a minute. All right, let's go to the word Adumia so you can see it's talking about Edom. Read right here. See it? Adumia, Edom.
Strong's H123. Edom. Edom.
See? Edomite, Adumian, descendants of Esau. You see that? You got it? See? The elder twin brother of Jacob. There you go, people. Right in your faces. We're going to end this here, and we'll be right back with part 4 to close this out. Shalom.